So Tess is she the first lady of the man cave?
Yeah. Hey, Amaru. Only if you're ready. Let's go.
Tess Sawyer, you're officially
first lady reporting for duty.
Yeah, first episode, first day. This is a new beginning for you, a new chapter in your life.
It is.
It's got to be an
title.
Yeah, that's an official. I don't know if is it royalty.
I don't know. I mean, do you say knighted or ladied? Have I been ladied?
Ladied, queened.
I have been queened. I have been crowned.
It's been crowned, queened.
I will do the. I'll do the pageant wave.
That's real nice. I like it. Everybody, if you're tuning in for the first time, the first lady of the man cave, Tess Sawyer, Tuesdays with Tess. First episode for you. This is actually episode 267, and we got to give a shout out to the lady on the far right. That happens to be Tess Sawyer's mom, and she is the exclusive sponsor of Tuesdays with Tess. She has her own company, and she does quite well.
Yay,
Awesome.
Mom.
Yay, Mama Sawyer. Thank you for supporting us, adding to the list of the fraternity, sorority, if you will, for Stories Inside the Man Cave sponsors, whatnot. Mat Girl, real quick, Tess, sum it up what Mat Girl does. She creates mats, of course, but they're a little nicer and a little bit more, like, I guess, classier, so to speak.
Right. Logo mats. And she can do any logo, photo, graphic, whatever you want to send her. So, yeah, they protect your floors.
Yeah.
Keep people from slipping around in your business or home. So,
College World Series, we're going to start with that because we're recording the evening of on Monday. It's a third and decisive game of the College World Series Championship Series, all SEC. And it's no secret the SEC has dominated the College World Series here this past decade, if you will. So I honestly thought, and I know you thought, LSU was probably going to sweep right through it, win game 2 on Sunday. And that was not the case. This is what happened, and we'll discuss what happened after you see this. This is like a montage of a Gator bashing.
One that hugs the line just snuck over that foul pole, and for the third time here in the College World Series, Ty Evans leads a yard. 0-1 to Langford is smoked. Deep out towards left field. Get out of the ballpark, and it does once again. Eggs ready, and he smokes one. That's deep out towards left field. Right over the 375 sign. It's out of here. Here's the wind, the 0-2 pitch. That ball is hammered down the left field line, and it's going to fall. Fastball to Cags. This ball is annihilated. Right. So measly little single. This one's got a chance to straightaway center field. Going back to the track, to the wall. Bye baseball.
24-4.
I know, it's almost like you were just watching it on repeat, right?
Yeah.
Another.
Over.
Gators, the Tigers lunch.
Hate to see you go by. Homer. Gone. See you. Gators. So
total domination.
It was like a football score.
Couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it.
Couldn't either.
Thought somebody had made a typo.
I did too.
Somebody was getting fired in the old ESPN.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I'll say this. I'll give it up to Jay Johnson, the head coach LSU. They committed, I think, 5 errors. Florida was just mashing the ball. They were seeing it, barreling it. But there was some gusty conditions. And when you put that ball at a certain angle, certain elevation, it was blowing out to center. And you saw most of those homers. They were going over the left field wall. That's a pitcher's park in Omaha.
That's right. Yeah. They made it look really easy, though.
A little too easy.
Yeah.
Well, it's game 3, decisive game 3. Either way, we'll have another national champion from the SEC. I've got to tell you something. Speaking of Omaha, so Dave Esker, he's the head coach of the Stanford Cardinal, the team that knocked Texas out in the Super Regionals. This is just keeping it real. He's in Omaha, and if I can find – here we go. This is absolutely hilarious. He's just in his uniform. He's going to go to the convenience store, and he's just waiting in line to get his food in uniform. The head coach of a major P5 college baseball power, and he's in line in uniform.
I can't fault him for standing in line for a good wiener because I've done it.
You've waited in line for a wiener?
A good one.
A good one. I got you. It has to be a good dog, a good wiener. You don't want
It has to be the perfect dog, the perfect wiener, and it's worth staying in line, wearing your uniform or whatever else you're in.
In all situations, that is true in Tessa's world, and I get it. Hey, so we remember Ivan Melendez, the Hispanic Titanic, had bashed out 32, I think, home runs last season for the Longhorns. Well, he's in the minors in the Arizona Diamondbacks system, and this kid is just crushing it. I mean, absolutely crushing it. He's up to high A, working his way through the system. This is him. Just to say the kid from El Paso, he had a hell of a week.
Out in 49 2/3 innings, swinging a high fly ball toward deep left center field. Bednar back, Labrada back at the scoreboard. It's gone over the scoreboard for a mammoth shot for Ivan Melendez.
I love it.
Insane.
He was so fun to watch.
Yeah, good
Texas.
kid too.
So, more power to him. That's great, and wish him all the best success.
Last week alone, he was batting .393. He had 11 hits, 2 home runs, 14 bombs on the season for Hillsboro, the high A minor league team for the Diamondbacks.
Sounds reminiscent of a Florida Gator as of
Wow,
late.
that sounds like a Florida versus LSU. My God.
We all knew he was Longhorn, so
we
won't take that away.
No, not at all. It's never too early to start talking college football because that dominates, and it's like two things: college sex and college football. That sells. Period.
I thought it was tits in college football.
Tits sell too.
Tits
whatever.
Sell. Okay.
That's good marketing, Tess. So
that's why I work in marketing, Sean.
A good marketer. You girl's got skills. Girl has got skills. So ESPN released this interesting graphic, and I'll remove this. Their computer systems listed 7 programs which will win at least 7 or will win at least 10 games. Texas coming in at number 6 on that list. I don't know if it's any specific order, but so who will win at 10 plus games? Now, in your mind, as a Texas fan, is that where they should be, the expectations should be, or is that just a tremendous amount of pressure for Sark? Of course, if we were to have Sark on here, he would say, yeah, we plan to win them all.
Of course he would. Well, I think it's an honor to be on that list. I mean, this is a group of pretty badass teams. In all honesty, just looking at it, I don't really know if anybody's missing that I would have included for this year. I think it's great that Texas, I think 6 is good. I mean, it's pressure being in the top 7 with, winning 10 plus games, but I think we can do it.
Yeah.
And I mean, hell, we may even be, like you said, there's no order, but I don't know what all these other teams are going to do this year. So
nobody does.
But I think it is definitely feasible, and I think the time is nigh.
Yeah. We
say it every fucking year, excuse my French, but I'm tired of hearing about it. This is our year. This is our year. Well, I think everybody is officially ready, especially, entering into the SEC next year. I think we need to come out and kick some ass.
Yeah, Texas does. I'm not going to say what they'll do. All I'll say is a lot of people will say, "Hey, Luna." There's the stories inside the man cave mascot, Luna.
Yes.
I'll say this. A lot of people say if they don't win the Big 12 championship, being Texas, then it's a failure. I'll say that if they make it in the top two and make it to the Big 12 championship, I think that's a successful season. A lot of people will disagree with me on that. But I don't know. You've got either way, you're going to have a guy that's in his second year at quarterback. You've got probably one of the top 3, top 5 best offensive lines in the country. Defense, I'm not going to be one of those guys that's going to label. I can't, because we all see you have players that should be performing or maturing, but you never know till you see them out there.
Well, and I think you and I both hate this preseason prediction.
Hate it.
BS. It's just a bunch of garbage, and you really don't know until everybody hits the field. And we can sit here and talk about it ad nauseum, but I mean, it's like we aren't going to know. So it's like, enough with the crystal ball shit. Let's just wait until, the beginning of the, greatest time of the year, the most beautiful time of the year.
Most beautiful time of the year, 100%.
Then we can start talking about it. Luna's so happy right now.
She is. Hey, Luna. She says, "Come on, we need August to get here. We're almost there, Luna."
Ready for football, baby?
Almost, Luna. Well,
she's ready. She's ready. She's
she
like,
is.
ready.
I think all the 3 of us are ready. The first lady of the man cave and Luna.
Yes, the first dog.
Yeah, the first dog, first canine,
first lady dog.
Oh, she is a lady dog. She's the sweetest animal. Real quick, recruiting, building the class of 2024. I know Longhorn fans love talking about it, but here's what I say about recruiting. These kids, and it's not overnight. I would say the last 10 years, name recruits are dating back to early 2000s. Yes, get excited about recruiting, but just know that when the wind changes, especially now, they're going to change their commitments. A commitment does not mean commitment. A lot of people understand that. But right now, if you were to judge who Texas has committed right now, I mean, you got Nate Hibble. Nate Hibble was a former Sooner. Nate Hibble, Houston area, big lineman. Jarrett Gibson, running back. Now, if you look at the running back recruiting Texas has assembled over the last 5 years, it's been ridiculous. I mean, Bijan, Jay Brooks, Jaden Blue, C.J. Baxter, who's going to be new this year. Now, if Jarrett Gibson stays, another one, I believe, he's from Arizona, where Bijan's from. He got a pipeline going there, probably. But I don't know. I mean,
great. But it's like I think we've kind of become this running back mecca per se, because some of the greatest running backs have come out of the University of Texas. There's a long history there, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like we've kind of got a reputation. Like if you are a running back, this is one of the schools you might want to go play for. So that's very attractive to these guys. So bring them on.
Yeah, that's good. And it's good to talk recruiting, and this is the time of year where there's a major lull. So people are just searching for things to talk about to hold them over until August camp begins. And it's like that way across the country with college football. The towns, the programs, they're just searching and trying. It's anxious energy, and I get it. You're a fan, you're ready, but right now through July, it is the slowest time frame, and this is where a lot of stories get twisted. But we're ready, but we also need vacation too. Hey, this is the new face of the San Antonio Spurs.
I'm trying to learn and be as objective as I can, to become the best, but I'm also trying to be myself and not let anyone change the way I want to be and change the way I want to play.
Wimby.
Victor Wembanyama from France. Well-spoken, To me, I know he was the number 1 overall player selected in the NBA draft, but he looks and talks the part of a Spur. The Spurs organization is just like OKC because Sam Presti, the GM at the Thunder, he learned from R.C. Buford and the Spurs, and they're the same way, very closed. You don't see them in the media too much, but it's all for one. There's this hand picture. I remember in the Thunder practice facility, and it's all the team grabbing at one hand off the floor of the player. That's the way the Spurs are. But Wemby, 7'5", is now the tallest player, I believe, in the NBA already. But the thing about him, he's not your typical ridiculously tall human being. Extremely athletic. He's listed as a center, but he could play the 2 forward spots and as a long-range shot. I mean, what do you know about this guy? Because I think the Spurs nation needs something to hang their hat on to build another dynasty. I mean, they're far away from doing that, but, you know, getting another guy from France. I mean, I know Tony.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think he's obviously very talented, and I like the intelligent, well-spoken, because they know lots of times that is the guy that kind of becomes the leader of the team.
Right.
So I think that's really cool too, and I do think they need like a leader. I always go back to the David Robinson days or something like that. But I mean, there's been that you need kind of like the man. I still wish they would move to Austin, but everybody in San Antonio might light my house on fire, so we won't say that. But
well, I'll say this: the Spurs are going to continue coming here. I promise you that. It's a business. It's a business. It's a big market because there are a lot of Spurs fans up and down I-35. Here's to put it in perspective: Wemby, right there, second one from the left. That is David Robinson to the right. Manu Ginobili, who's 6'6", and to the right, Tim Duncan.
Love it.
But you see the difference in height?
What a motley crew.
I mean,
yeah, no, he is. He's massive.
He's a large human, very tall human being right
Jack, there. 7'6"? No.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal.
He was 7'2", I think.
Okay. I knew he was around there. Okay, so this guy's taller than Shaq, so that's pretty.
Let me look at Manu. It looks like he's my height, but he's 6'6".
Right. Everybody's standing next to you is really tall.
Insane. Also on NBA draft night, a guy that was well known in Big 12 country, Gradey Dick, and I put this music underneath because I get it. He played for Kansas, but you be the judge of this. I love draft nights, NFL, NBA, the elaborate outfits, the fashion statements. Gradey Dick, I swear, looked like he went to a Goodwill boutique and found this dig right here.
Bro, I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is being awesome. Ow.
He went with the sequins.
He did. Very red. The Raptors selected him. So, yeah, unbelievable. That's
right.
Popping tags.
Right. I don't know if you could find that at a Goodwill. Maybe like a Cindy's.
Cindy's? Where is that?
Sean. It's a sex toy shop.
Oh, I thought I was talking about thrift shops and you went Cindy's sex. Okay. All right.
Well, there's a lot of sequins in there.
I've been to another one of those that just wasn't named Cindy's.
Oh, okay. Maybe like Frederick's of Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah, well, there's probably a little bit more low budget than that.
We won't get there.
So I got to show you this. This girl's a hilarious follow on TikTok, but since we're talking about Goodwill, she found 2 finds. I think she paid $21 total. I mean, a little excited right here.
I've been into Goodwill. I've been here for 2 fucking minutes. Look what I found. A set of these for $6 and shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. My size. $15. $15 Takova's who? I guess I'm saving myself a lot of money. This is ridiculous. Big skip boogie dum dum.
I think I've heard that, there's certain Goodwills that have better quality merchandise than others. And it's basically different, what neighborhood you're in, things like that, So one man's trash is another man's treasure.
With treasure. Goodwill on Far West and the one over there in Terrytown by Lions Municipal Golf Course. I've been in the one off Far West. I was looking for an end table one time and I was like, man, this is like high quality. Like high quality. No, it didn't really fit what I was looking for, but I would have if it would have been, no doubt.
Just don't buy a mattress or underwear.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, we're going to keep the theme before we go to break. Speaking of thrift shops, and this one right here, I think you found this. No, where is it? I don't think here it is. Let's humor me on this one. Clearly misspelled garage sale. That's not how you spell it.
And I love what it says at the top. I'm guess there are no books at this one.
Absolutely not. Grammar is not a strong piece at this.
These people are not well read.
No. Garage.
Definitely not a dictionary there.
There's no dictionary, and definitely not a thesaurus. Absolutely not. Good Lord Almighty. Barnes and Noble is nowhere near that garage sale.
Mm-mm.
Hey, we're going to talk about butt cracks and a debacle that really fired you up, the U.S. Open, and we're going to meet the real Happy Gilmore.
I can't wait. Butt cracks, my favorite.
Butt cracks and Happy Gilmore. That's after this message from our guys over there at Dirty's, an ATX original. 97 years of good times, comfort food, and familiar faces. Dirty Martin's Place is a true Austin original, just like yours truly. An ideal marriage with stories inside the Man Cave podcast. It's like taking a step back in time. Old Austin. And the food? So good. Those classic burgers, the wings are severely underrated. Those delicious shakes, and be sure to ask if they will ever bring back the Fruity Pebbles shake. Trust me on that. And those cold, refreshing adult beverages. You'll love it. Plus, you'll be entertained by these Dirty's legends. Tell Daniel and the Dirty's crew you love stories inside the Man Cave podcast and you want to keep Austin dirty. And be sure to sign the petition to say no to Project Connect. Dirty Martin's, where they've got the burger flipping tricks since 1926.
What? I'm sweating. Where at? On my butt crack and my balls and everywhere.
Oh, butt crack in your balls.
Kid's a legend and he's 4.
He is legend. That's a legend. It's got to be from Texas. Has to be.
Only.
Because
that.
I think we can relate to that young fella. It's been 100 plus several days now, and
It's
we're
hotter than
only in June.
It's fucking hot.
It's hotter than balls.
Hotter than Hades. Balls, butt cracks, all the things. Hot.
All the things. It's a good time to get a mat from mattgirl.com. Lori Sawyer. Speaking of, we won't, I don't know if she'll write my butt crack and balls on a mat, but I guess she could.
She is my mother, so.
You are her daughter.
If the price is right.
If the price is right. So last week, U.S. Open in L.A., there was a little bit of debacle. There was Wyndham Clark from Oklahoma
Who?
State. Yeah, who? There was a debate whether he moved his ball right here. I mean, this is the, least compelling 4 seconds of video I've ever seen.
Hit your little spot so you get the run out that you're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to
tell
anything.
So, I mean, your thoughts on that, because I thought maybe it's much ado about nothing. I mean, I know Rory, Justin Thomas, and Fowler, they were all there at the top. I just think a little bit too much was made of it because Wyndham's not a no name, but he's just not one of the guys yet.
No, he's definitely not one of the boys. So, and and he's not one of their big names. So
Yeah.
I think everybody wanted to see one of the guys win. And I think fans, kind of tossed him to the fire a little bit, but I don't know if he did it or not. I mean, it's really hard to see.
Yeah.
But I think it's also because people just don't like him.
What? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about him other than he played golf at Oklahoma State.
Anybody other than they were just like, who's this guy? Why is he winning the Open? But
it's the new guy.
He's the new guy in town. They're going to pick on him a little bit. I don't know.
He may be somebody that kind of rubbed people the wrong way, possibly.
Maybe so. That's kind of what I was gathering from what I was reading, is he was just kind of, being a little bit of a dick.
All right. We all remember Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler, Bob Barker, The Price is Wrong, bitch. Absolutely hilarious. But did you ever think that there would ever be a day that we would meet or there would exist a young man with the name Happy Gilmore in real life?
No, but I know it's happening now.
Well, it's right in front of us. The real Happy Gilmore.
Can't believe it.
He's in Indiana. He's a golfer, and he just committed to Ball State University. That's David Letterman's alma mater.
Right.
Very grateful. And I did reach out to him, trying to get him on the podcast. That would be phenomenal. And look who tweeted at him on the right.
Adam.
Yeah. Go get him, Happy. I'm pulling for you.
I wonder if Happy was also mentored by Apollo Creed, who lost his hand to an alligator.
Yeah.
In the lake.
Yeah. Something about the water hazard holes in Florida and Georgia and South Carolina. There's massive amounts of alligators. And in Houston and Baton Rouge, New Orleans, South Alabama, Mississippi. It's a hazard. And Luna is unbothered.
Really careful.
So the real
alligators around the little water lakes at Disney World.
Oh, yeah, in Orlando.
They're not mechanical. They're like real.
They are real. They are absolutely real. All right. So we rarely have an opportunity to point out somebody doing it wrong because we're all human, but they were doing it wrong within this Stephen F. Austin bowling program, women's bowling. They're a national power, 2-time national champion. They just started it like in 2012, I believe, but they made national news for all the wrong reasons. It had nothing to do with the program. It had to do with an assistant coach. This guy right here. His name's Steve Lemke. He will soon not be the husband of the head coach. I want to leave the head coach out of it. She had nothing to do with this, but she asked her husband to be the assistant. It worked, got a return on investment on it because they won a national championship. Well, he had an affair with one of the players. But the Nacogdoches Daily Sentinel writer, I mean, it's a story you got to report on. If you find out about it, you got to do it. But I thought he went a little too far on the headline.
Oh, he took his kingpin and put it in the wrong place, didn't he?
It was not a strike. Well, it may have been. It was definitely a spare. But
I wonder how many other spares he had.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. But the thing is, Steve Lemke, I don't know who he is. I don't know what type of character he has, but come on, man. You got number one, you got to be aware. Number two, or 1B, you got to be aware around reporters. Don't say whatever comes to your mind. It's a reporter to the media. He said it was I guess it was just unethical or whatever. It wasn't against the law.
It's against the law.
So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of funny, but
it's funny initially.
It's a little poor taste, but whatever.
He had his choice to resign or get fired. He chose to resign.
Smart guy.
You know, he's a family guy. I hate it for the family piece of it.
Yeah.
But no comment from the head coach, and that's a good decision because I believe they're going through divorce proceedings from what I understand. And so you can't speak.
That's right. No, because you got to, mum's the word while you're going through that.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
I know what that's all about, but unfortunately I do.
This was all over the national media scene, mainly because of the headline.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
Yeah, it was funny. It was amusing. So, Axum Jacks.
Woohoo!
Oh, my God. You know, the submersible Titan. First of all, why in the hell would anybody want to do that deep? But, you know, to each their own, and pay $250,000 to do it. Well, there's a lot of jokes coming out about it now. It's sad that, you know, there was loss of life. I get it. But one of my favorite comedians on TikTok, he's not wrong when he said that. This Justin Nunley, hilarious. He went off for a full minute about this.
You know who's not at the bottom of the ocean?
Black people. Hell, you can get mad at me for saying that. I really don't care because it's the truth. Now, if you go watch her video, she'll say women. You know what I did see a video of? A woman inside that Titan submersible. Well documented. Here's a video clip from it.
Over the years, she's been booked on 3 Titanic expeditions.
Well, now that we've cleared up at least one woman we get on that Titan submersible, you know what I ain't seen in all the videos of Ocean Gate and this Titan submersible? I ain't seen one video with that thing and a black person anywhere near each other. Y'all's survivability rate is unmatched. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I need to take a 23andMe because I'm convinced that I'm white, but I ain't that white. I ain't doing it. How in the hell did y'all convince, like, smart people got on that thing when they stepped in there and they seen the Logitech controller and they said, that seems legit. Now, I've got enough common sense to know, no, we ain't doing this. Y'all can do this. We ain't doing it. People got more money than they got sense.
A Logitech controller.
I mean, no, truer words have not been spoken. I mean,
right.
Smoking.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus. Spoken. Because, I mean, just because you have money doesn't make you smart. But, you know, I think obviously it was a bucket list type thing per se. The ultimate bucket list where, you know, you're also risking your life. It's just kind of like, you know, Bezos and the guys that are going into space and things like that. I mean, you have the money to do it, and, you know, it comes at a high value and a high risk. And, you know, personally, I have no interest in that because I get, you know, wigged out in an elevator, much less a tiny submersible with a bunch of other people under an abyss. But that's just me.
I guess the same can be said that maybe I'm not the smartest guy because I enjoy skydiving. I enjoy it. I'll do it again.
Either.
Yeah. And then rappel down a building in downtown Austin.
Well, I think it's just it's the exhilaration, it's the high, you know, that some individuals really like, and it's worth it to put yourself at risk. So
the risk, 13,500 feet down. If anyone knows, that's a ton of pressure. That's 1 million pounds of pressure. And, you know, rest in peace to all them and their families. But it's just, wow, that there's a reason. I mean, I don't want to see that tomb. But that's me. That's you.
No. Yeah, there's a reason why we don't go down there. So,
man, let's lift things up. Let's put some positivity on this episode.
It's depressing.
Hey, Ben, tell me something good.
first lady of the man cave. She's all about positivity. She's smiling all the time. Luna smiling. Everybody, Mama Sawyer smiling with their mats. Tell me something good, Tess Sawyer.
I'm excited that next week is the 4th. It's a fun holiday celebrating the wonderful country that we live in. So, and somebody else's birthday is around that area. Oh my God.
50, baby. So, half a century. Much love to you, Tess, for saying I almost forgot.
Everybody always forgets their own birthday. Wow. But yeah, so I'm just excited to have a day or two off, enjoy some time outside with my friends and the people I love and things like that, and watch some fireworks and do American shit. America.
God bless America. Summertime, beautiful place. Texas is like 5 or 6 different countries in one. Tess, you've been all over this great state. Is there one suggestion that's just hitting just heavy on your mind right now in the most positive way that you would love others to take?
I've been thinking about, because of the heat, the Blue Hole in Wimberley.
Ooh, beautiful.
So, I mean, obviously, and if you guys are living in Austin, you have Barton Springs, which is, you know, we know it's pretty chilly year round, spring-fed pool, but also the Blue Hole in Wimberley is beautiful under a bunch of shade trees and also freezing. So probably feel good this time of year. So, and that is just a very short trip from Austin or, you know, wherever you live in the great state of Texas. So highly recommend it. Great little day trip, and check it out. Check out the Blue Hole.
Well, I've only been to Blue Hole once, but been to Wimberley several times. You can't go wrong there. So, Tess, beautiful time. We got the whole month of July to really do some big things, and I mean, unplug and get ready, because after July, things start speeding up. Football season, college football, baby.
Right. Bingo.
So, for the first lady of the Man Cave and the OG Man Cave boys, that being Harbaugh Harge, Big Mike, and Coach Mo, what do we tell them, Tess Sawyer?
We out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.